What's going on, everybody? It's Vaaraiant and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at another deck profile, and this time it's Miraidon EX, and we're not stopped by one little Budew, as Miraidon is still relevant in Japan even with Budew out, because you go second, you set up, you power up your Pokemon, and then one little Budew cannot stop you. Right, so starting off the deck list, we have two Miraidon EX, and we use them for the tandem unit ability so that we can set up our board as much as we can, get our electric Pokemon out. Then we have Iron Hands. They're like basically our main attacker, because we play into a lot of stage 2 decks usually with this deck, so you want to take two prizes as fast as you can. And then we have one Raikou, so that we can expand our bench, take some big KOs with the Lightning Rondo, and of course use the Fleet-Footed ability for that one extra draw card if we need it. And then next up it's Raichu V. It can come quite handy if you go first, because you can use Fast Charge, or also you can use the Dynamic Spark to knock out big Pokemon. And then we play one Terra Pokemon, that is Pikachu EX. We're swapping out the Mewtwo EX that was previously in the Miraidon decks just for the Terra ability, so that you can utilize Area Zero. And this one is a lot better because it has the Resolute Heart ability, so it doesn't get one shot so easily. And then next up we have Magnemite. There's like, I think 4 or 5 legal Magnemites right now, so they all have different attacks, different abilities, so you can basically choose. Well, they don't have abilities, they just have attacks and different HP, so you can choose which one fits your playstyle the most. We went just with this one, so that we can evolve it into Magneton, of course, and use the ability Overwhelm Discharge to power up our Pokemon, and that's why Budew can do a lot against this deck. And then we're also playing one Rotom V, in case we go first and we cannot get Raichu, we can Rotom for extra cards. And then that's basically all that is from the electric Pokemon, and now we move on to the basically support Pokemon, as you would say. And we have Iron Bundle. It looks quite handy, if we want to get something into the active. If we have Iron Hands, we want to use Iron Bundle so that our opponent gives us a small HP Pokemon that we can take out. And then we have one Lumineon for that Luminous Sign, allowing us to get the supporter that we need. And you will see we don't play so many different versions of supporters, so it's just gonna be one of two. And then of course Fezandipiti EX, because we need the draw when we get knocked out. Mew EX, it's a free retreater, although we play Latias, so we will get to that in a second, but we can also use the ability to draw more cards. And then we have Squawkabilly, because turbo decks need Squawkabilly just to set up. As I said, go second, set up, do everything, and then just keep swinging. And next up we have Latias EX as well, so that we have free retreat on everything, because we play only basic Pokemon, with the exception of course of Magneton. And Bloodmoon Ursaluna EX to finish out the game, to close out some games with just 1 or 0 energy. Moving on to the supporters, it's pretty simple. We have only 2 versions of supporters, and first is Boss's Orders. We play 4 copies of Boss's Orders. And then next up is Arven, so this is just Boss and Arven engine, and 2 versions of supporters. Pretty basic. Now, before we move on to the items, if you want to get yourself a cool, custom, reliable and sturdy playmat like this one, make sure to visit MatzAccessories.com and use the promo code VAAR20 for 20% discount at the whole checkout. Now let's move on. We play one Super Rod so that we can hopefully recycle the Magnemite and Magneton. And yeah, this is basically it, or some attackers. We'll play 1 copy of TCG Heavy Ball, because right now it's still legal, so it comes quite handy. We play a lot of one-offs, so yeah, it's not a lot to say about that. And then 4 copies of Nice Ball, pretty simple, pretty basic. We do have the tandem unit ability, so we usually get all the Pokemon we need. But Nice Ball is pretty handy, because for example, Squawk is not lightning, Latias is not lightning, so yeah, you need some way to search out non-lightning Pokemon. And we play 2 copies of Ultra Ball. This is basically just for the Magnemite, so that we can evolve it and blow it up and charge our Pokemon. And then, of course, this is the holy grail of this deck. electric generators, 4 copies, and you know, you want to hit as many energies as possible from those, and we will play quite a few energies, and so that we can guarantee hitting some. Now, of course, one canceling cologne is pretty important in this deck. As you can see, we almost don't play any we basically play only EXs, you know, you're never gonna attack with Magnemite, so yeah, canceling cologne is pretty handy in case somebody puts up a Mimikyu. And our ace pack of choice is the secret box. Now, a lot of turbo decks, you know, are switching between the secret box or prime catcher, but I think in this case, because we play 4 copies of boss, the secret box really helps us set up even more, because it also allows us to get a stadium. We'll get onto that in a second. And then we play 1 Bravery Charm, because, you know, with Arven we might want to pick up some tools as well as the Forest Sealstone. This is a pretty basic package for any Miraidon deck. And then 2 Area 0 Under that. Yeah, I remembered correctly the first time, but said it wrong. Alright, so we can get 8 Pokemon on the bench, do big knockouts with Raikou, and yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Then 1 copy of DTE, so we can power up our Iron Hands a little bit more easier, and you can also power up Mew with that as well if you would want. And then a pretty much galore of energies, and that is total number of 16 energies, because we want our generators to hit. So yeah, that's why we got a lot of energies. But it can also happen that you will squawk and seize and draw like 6 energies in your hand, or just start with a Rotom and 6 energy, and yeah, it's pretty painful, but that is Miraidon for you. So yeah, a lot of energies right here. As you can see, the deck is pretty simple, it's pretty basic, a lot of Pokemon and not many tools to play with. So yeah, just go straight up KO or boss something that you would want to KO, and that's it. And that's how Miraidon is played. Turbo go in all the way. Thank you guys for watching, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Make sure to check out some other deck profiles on the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.